evening. Now today I'm going to take the topic integration and the detail of it. Now the integration is seems to be tough section in mathematics, but in physics, what is physical interpretation, geometrical interpretation? Let's see quickly. So basically, integration means literal meaning of integration means addition. Fine. So what we have seen in integration, we are adding. There is another meaning that is called as area under curve. That doesn't mean exactly it is reflecting, but these are the key areas through which you can able to think it off. Your attacking ability will be increased once you are thinking about area. So you will say basic concept of integration. Next, integration, the next attacking area where you can think it of the integration concept, it will be utilized. That is called once we multiply two physical quantity together. Fine. Once we multiply two physical quantity together, here we can say the basic of integration we will apply if we have expressed these two quantity in graph. Example, let's take work. A work is the basic multiplication of two physical quantity, force into displacement. Now I'm not going to vector form. So here we can say if force express against y and displacement express against x. So whatever the, let's say it will be defined by this curve. So area under this curve will give you us the multiplication of these two physical quantity should be equal to the outcome of it, and outcome of force into force and displacement multiplication will give you work. So that's why I have keeping the statement multiplication, and once the graphical presentation it is looking for these two parameters. So the area under the curve will give me the third physical quantity, that is work. And calculation for the sake of calculation of this area, I'm going to use the basic concept of integration. Fine. So keep in mind, once we are looking for integration, that means addition, area under the curve, basic multiplication of two physical quantity should be there. Fine. So these are the few basics that we are talking about. Now let's quickly sum up what is area. Now once we are talking about area, so area will be calculated of specifically two specific shape. One is called as a regular symmetrical shape, or we can say orthogonal. Fine. And the next, that is not qualifying the given criteria, irregular shape. So what do you mean by it? So here we can say regular shape means, let's say this square has a regular. And what do you mean by orthogonal? Orthogonal means the all the adjacent side are inclined at a 90-degree. Let's say irregular shape. Irregular shape means, let's say this is irregular shape. Here the sides are not orthogonal. Clear? So if we are looking for to calculate the area of it, So what we supposed to do, I will divide the whole shape into small grids. Let's say vertical line and horizontal line, respectively called as row and columns. Fine. And you have done this activity in junior classes where you have seen for calculation of the area, we can use this type of tricks. Now here as well, once I divide the whole part into small parts, vertical lines. Now what we supposed to do here for the calculation of the area, let's take one one block, one block as a area, one in by one, that is 1 centimeter square, and this will be applicable for both. Let's say both shape, it will be equally applicable. And once I'm looking for the area of this whole square sheet, so I will just count the number of block. So let's say there are 72. 72 multiplied by 1, that is 72 centimeter square. So basically 72 centimeter square, if you have calculated the area by multiplying length and breadth, that means if it comes out to be 72, that means you can equally divide the whole sheet into 72 blocks having dimension 1 by 1. Fine. So I thought you have understood. Now next important thing is, if you did the same here, now irregular shape, what's your opinion? Can you do it like that? So here we can say, once we are calculating, these are the tiny parts that are not perfect squares, we can left it over. So let's say the answer here as well, we are getting 72 centimeter square, but this is not a real area because we have left it over the small tiny parts of it. So how I can get the perfect area of this irregular shape? So integration will going to give me this idea how to calculate the area of the irregular shape, because once a perfect orthogonal shape it will be there, we can calculate very easily and very perfectly and very accurately. So let me quickly tell you how to calculate the area of irregular shape. So let's say this is uh, once again force and displacement, so you can able to more connect with it. If I'm looking for, this is my shape, this is my force function. Fine. Now I'm looking for to calculate the work done between x is equal to 1 to x is equal to 3. So I will once again do the same thing. I will divide the whole area into small strips. And reason, then I will going to pick one strip in such a way कि very this particular width I can consider as dx. Always remember, dx is a very small dimension, linear dimension, that is we have considered as a dx. And you know f, since here y we have expressed as a function fx, so we can say once I keeping this value of x, we can get respective f. So what is the length, that is f, what is the breadth, dx. If I calculate the area of this strip, so basically it will be length into breadth. This is the area. Fine. Now I have to calculate all those nearby strips, and for the sake of addition I will use this term that is called integration. And next important, once we have taken the limit from 1 to 3, so that means we have covering the all the area in between 1 to 3. And once we have do the integration, basically we will get the area under curve. So mind it, how we have calculated the area and what is the basic purpose of it, and how why we needed a integration. So I thought it is very much clear. Basically, f into dx means this basically this area of the strip. What is the purpose of this sign? I thought it is also clear to you. What do you mean by these numbers? This is the lower limit and this is upper limit. So next video I'll just going to brief you few more concept till keep getting a very minute level of concept clarity. It is required for each and every topic and terminology. It has to be clear up to the bottom part of it. This is what the demand of this video, this short video. Please just go through it and please comment as well if you look like video is good. Take care, have a nice time. We will bring few more conceptual video in following days. Have a nice time.